All right, guys, you probably just watched the video on files, right? And kind of the whole box analogy. So now we're going to put that into practice, okay? So I have Excel opened up over here. So let's say I just worked on this assignment, right? And I want to save it. So I'm going to go File, Backstage View. So File is also known as Backstage View. And I'm going to go down to Save As. Okay, you always want to save as the first time that you're working with a document. That allows us to tell the computer exactly where we want it, right? And then we're also able to change its name and whatnot. The other option is save, which we'll get into, but save as is always the first thing you want to do with any assignment, even when you just barely open up a document, honestly. You want to save as. Okay, next thing I'm going to go to browse, okay, because I want to choose where I'm going. Okay, and then remember we have this PC that we're going to click open. And then you guys always want to save to your student drive. Okay. And then if you remember, we did kitchen last time, right? So I'm just going to pretend that this is a kitchen document. So I'm going into kitchen, and let's say it was about pots and pans. Okay, so I'm going to click on the pots and pans folder. So now you can trace back, right? I'm in the pots and pans folder or box that's in the kitchen folder that's in my student drive. Okay. And then right here, I have file name. This is where I can change it, right? So pots and pans. Let's say I have what's some nice pans? What's a wok? Isn't that a thing? Right? Let's say this file's about a wok, right? So I can call it whatever I want. And then as the file type will always be the standard. It should be set to the standard. So for instance, we're working in Excel, so it's going to save it as an Excel sheet. If I click that option, I can actually save it as almost any type of file that I want, like a PDF file, right? Or whatever file I want. Okay, so once I select what type of file I want, I have the name set, I know exactly where it's going, I can hit save. Okay, so now I have a version. So let's say I open up my, let's go back to, where was I at? Student drive. Right, so I'm in my student drive. I go into my kitchen box. I know that it's in pots and pans box, and now I have this, right? And you can see right here, date modified. It gives me a date. It gives me a time. It tells me the file type and the size. Okay, so now what you see the time 11:28. It's 11:29 right now, right? So let's say I make some changes. Let's say I'm like, this pan can cook hand-fried rice. Okay. Is that what it's called? Hand-fried rice? I don't know. Anyways, right now I've made some changes to this document and I want to save it. Instead of going to File, Save As, I can actually just click this floppy disk right here that's Save, or I could also just go File, Save. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can go, let's go ahead and click back on my folders. Right here, it updated. Did you see it change it to a new time? Okay, it changed it to it was 11:29 right when I hit save, and then it just barely changed, but it changed it. Okay. The other thing to keep in mind though is, let's say I want to make a copy of this document. I could right click and just create a copy, right, if I wanted to. But the other thing that some of your assignments have you do is just create another copy by doing another file save as. So if I go file save as, I can click on there because that's a folder I'm currently in. And let's say I want to do wok 2.0, right? And then I can hit save. So now what my computer did is it went and created a second copy called wok 2.0. Okay, and you can see the time difference, right? 11:30, 11:29. The 11:31 was just created. Okay, and then when I hit save now, from now on, you can see the name of the document's up there. Anytime I hit save, it's going to just update it. Okay, so that's kind of how saving on a document or on a application works. You can go, you always want to do file save as. Okay, that way we're able to tell the document where it's going. And then after that point, we can always just do file save if we want. Okay, so hopefully that clears things up with that.